the depths of my disgrace and gave me life again, who crushed my cares of sinfulness and clothed me in his light and wrote his law of righteousness with power upon my heart. My heart is filled with thankfulness to him who walks beside, who floods my weaknesses with strength and causes fears to fly, whose every promise is enough for every step I take, sustaining me with arms of love and crowning me with grace. My heart is filled with thankfulness to him who reigns above, whose wisdom is my perfect peace, whose every thought is love. For every day I have on earth is given by the King. So I will give my life, my all, to love and follow him. For every day I have on earth is given by the King. So I will give my life, my all, to love and follow him.
One of Lincoln Cathedral's most outstanding features is its windows, 270 in all.
The fantastic arrangement of different sort of styles and ages of windows. And, they all require their own sort of unique restoration or conservation. What I'm trying to do here is actually repaint a small fragment of this head which has been lost, and we just use various different types of brushes for blending and applying the paint, and then you'd actually have to fire it into the glass to make it permanent. You need good dexterity. You can't be frightened of the glass because you're cutting it and you're painting it. When I first came, it was quite nerve-wracking, you know, holding something which is 13th century. It's just a fantastic opportunity to have for anybody, any craftsperson, to work in an establishment like this.
Cathedral craftsmen made the headlines recently when they completed a 16-year project to restore one of the cathedral's jewels, the Dean's Eye window.
It's a rose window which stood for about 700 years, 800 years, and it did fail. There was a structural failure in there, and it was decided in the 80s that maybe the glass should be taken out of the rose window in case something happens to the stonework. So it took almost 16 years for the, for the glass and the masonry to come together, and now we have got the window back in position in all its glory. It's the last judgment in essence, and what we find is we've got the upper part of the window is sort of still as original as you can get it. We lost some sections of the lower parts, possibly with all the sort of images of damnation of hell and the weighing up of souls. But it's been filled with stained glass of the 13th century, but from other parts of the cathedral, so there was a reordering going on. And it was for the medieval worshipper to come into the cathedral, and it's like watching because they didn't have any books, and it's almost like watching television and saying, you know, this is what's going to happen to your soul. If you behave, you go to heaven. If you don't, then you go elsewhere. It's a magnificent window, and for us glaziers, conservators, stonemasons who ever worked on the window, it was like a real feast of working together and all crafts coming together. It was amazing, and I don't think we're going to have a project like that again.